So, why do people fail to stick to their health related New Year's resolutions? Having coached clients for almost 3 decades now, I can tell you for sure, even when people know exactly what they need to do to be successful, if their mindset is not right, they will not do the things that they need to do to be successful. What I've learned is that I can give someone the best exercise, nutrition, and lifestyle plan in the world, but if they don't stick to the program, it doesn't matter how good the program is, it just isn't going to work. So, both the conscious and subconscious mind controls our choices and behaviors. So, to not work on the mind first is a stairway to yet another year of failure, living a life with a lack of physical and mental freedom, quality of life, and an almost certain premature death. I will come on to talk about the subconscious mind, which is way more powerful than the conscious mind. But for now, I will focus on the conscious mind. If you've ever felt frustrated by your or someone else's struggle to stick to a health plan, you're definitely not alone. Change is hard and it's easy to feel like you're hitting a wall, especially when it comes to something as personal as our health. But here's the thing, understanding why it's so challenging to make lasting change is the first step in overcoming those barriers. In today's episode, we're going to dive into the key reasons people struggle to stick to their health plans and, more importantly, explore how to break through these roadblocks. So if you're feeling stuck in your health journey, or if you're helping someone else along the way, this episode is definitely for you. The first reason people struggle with health goals is a lack of awareness. Oftentimes, people are unaware of the root causes behind their behaviors or how those behaviors are impacting their health. For example, someone might not connect their constant fatigue to their dehydration or their joint pain to an inflammatory diet. These connections aren't always obvious, and sometimes the way we feel is just accepted as normal because it's been that way for so long. On top of that, conflicting advice in the media can leave us feeling overwhelmed and confused about what's actually true. When we're bombarded with so many options, it's easier to stick with what's familiar, even if it's not helping us. Some people don't feel motivated because the benefits of change seem distant, or the effort required feels too overwhelming in the face of other pressing priorities. Maybe they've got work deadlines, family commitments, or a million other things demanding their attention, and health just falls to the bottom of the list. Another thing that comes into play is ambivalence, where part of you really wants to change, but another part resists it. That tug of war can leave you feeling stuck. You're torn between wanting better health and feeling like it's too much work. This inner conflict often stalls progress before it even gets started. Change can also feel uncomfortable, and let's face it, we all have our comfort zones. Stepping outside of that comfort zone, especially when it comes to something like health, can feel like a threat to the routines and habits we rely on. For some, change can even feel like a threat to their identity. For instance, if your social gatherings revolve around unhealthy food and drink, choosing a different path might feel isolating. It might feel like you're being disloyal to your friends or the life you've built around those habits. That fear of losing your identity can make it really hard to commit to change. Our emotions play a huge role in our behavior. For example, stress, anxiety, or fear of failure can create mental blocks that keep us stuck in old patterns. You might know that stress eating is counterproductive, but when life gets tough, reaching for comfort foods feel like the easiest way to cope. Emotional barriers can be especially tricky because they tend to show up when we're feeling vulnerable or overwhelmed. It's not always about what we know or don't know, it's about how we feel in the moment. Sometimes the reason people don't stick to their health plan is because they simply don't know how to implement them. For example, someone might not know how to cook nutritious meals or put together an effective workout routine. Without the right skills or knowledge, it's easy to feel defeated before even trying. Resources also play a role. For some people, financial or logistical barriers like limited access to healthy food or exercise facilities can make change feel out of reach. When the resources you need aren't readily available, it's hard to stay motivated. Support is crucial for long-term success. Without someone to encourage or hold you accountable, it's easy to lose momentum. This could be a coach, a friend, or even a community. Without that external reinforcement, it's easier to slip back into old patterns. But there is another side to this. Social pressure can also work against us. Well-meaning friends or family might unknowingly undermine your efforts. You've probably heard things like, "I'll just have one, it won't hurt." And in the moment, that feels easier than sticking to your plan. But when the people around us don't support our goals, it makes the journey harder. Many people set a health goal so ambitious that it quickly becomes overwhelming. Maybe trying to overhaul their entire diet in a week or committing to a rigorous workout plan without considering their current physical capabilities. Perfectionism and unrealistic expectations often lead to burnout. Thanks for watching this video, and you can find the full-length podcast episode here on this channel, or you can head over to Apple Podcast or Spotify, and don't forget to like this video.